Yo, 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 what's happening, people? Okay. We is live right now. Live from the village right now. 17 minutes to 9 p.m. right now. But yeah, I started a bit later than usual, and it started a bit later than I thought I was trying to start. Rather. Mate, I have so many problems. I won't get into it right now, it's long. These live streams, man, so many problems. But anyway, we're here now. And hopefully, no more issues for the rest of this stream, or forever, really. But anyway, let me switch over to this screen and just chat to y'all for a little bit. Alright, so back live streaming, back once again. Just doing another regular schmegular, keep it basic live stream. Nothing too fancy, nothing too crazy. Still don't know what's causing all the problems with other live streams. Like I say, it's to my best guess, it's an overheating issue, and if that's the case, yeah, gonna need a new fan, but it could be a while before I get a new fan. A new fan would be at least £100, at least. And I ain't trying to spend £100 right now. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't trying to spend £100 on right now. Not on the fan anyway. I'm probably gonna have to get a new fan at some point, just anyway, I'm sure. But not right now. If I could hold off for at least like 3 or 4 more months, maybe I can get a new fan then, inshallah. But for now, after that, there's too many other things going on, too many other things that require my financial attention to be spending £100 on a new fan. So I'm just gonna have to keep the live streams pretty tame. Means no gaming, no nothing crazy. Even movies sometimes seems to be a bit much with the overheating. So yeah, I have to try and keep it a bit tame. I'm actually using OBS right now. So last week I was just streaming directly through the web, the YouTube web. I was trying to do that again this week, and it wasn't letting me select the webcam. I don't know why it's not letting me select the webcam, but it just went live without the webcam selected, and it just wasn't even giving me an option at all to select the webcam. So I don't know what I don't know if that's a YouTube problem or if there's something I missed somewhere. I actually went live for a few seconds, like 5-6 seconds, to turn it off, because like, yo, there's actually no camera here. And I was going back all through settings. There's just no option at all that lets you select the webcam. It's like, what happened to that? Because it was there last week. Yeah, it was there last week. I don't know why it's not there this week. But yeah, oof, man, what a day, what a week. Actually, now my week's been pretty okay. Today's been pretty hectic. Today has been pretty hectic, but I think my week for the most part has been okay. It's mostly just been working this week, and it looks like it's probably going to be the same this week as well. Sorry, but mostly been working last week, I should say, and looking like it's going to be kind of same this week as well. It's a lot of working, but I did start watching The Walking Dead season 8. I've just watched the first 3 episodes so far of season 8, and yeah, man, it's definitely a different feel to the previous seasons, like a different. Yo, what up, Brax? Brax Bivin, a place to bivy. But yeah, just saying, I've been watching The Walking Dead season 8 recently. Just started watching it, and yeah, it's quite interesting. Like, it's only 3 episodes in, so I'm still at the beginning. It's like 15, or maybe less than that, maybe like 13 episodes to go. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. But it's definitely a different vibe, different feel. Michonne, I think, has only been in it a little bit so far. But how's your day going? How's your week been? What's you been up to, Braxton? But yeah, I had a mad day today. Just like moving everywhere. I was just like getting stuff ready. So I got the trip in June to Saudi Arabia. Inshallah, going to Saudi Arabia in June, and yeah, just getting some stuff ready for then. Actually bought some shoes. Yo, what up, Sam? Sam being a place to be. But yeah, I bought these shoes today. Well, not even shoes, they're sandals, really. But yeah, these are my new sandals, my walking sandals. But yeah, so I got those. Got some shirts. Are my shirts actually? Oh, they're in a bag. Cool. Yeah, got some shirts, some long sleeve shirts. Some sunglasses. So I got that now. What else? Got some headphones, some new Bluetooth headphones, but those are more for when I'm in the car doing my cab stuff. And oh, I got this today actually. This is probably not very exciting to most people, but like it's a portable power bank. So, you know, it's a phone to charge your phone or whatever you need to charge through USB. Like, I got one of these. But the cool thing about this one is the size of it, because I have one already. I had this one. It's my old one. Had this one for a while. And it's pretty good. It's still useful. But this is quite bulky, right? It's actually quite thick and bulky. So this is good for, like, you know, maybe if you're somewhere where you might need to charge 2 or 3 things and you need some extra power. So this is good for that. I ain't saying that, but this is better for just your average kind of going around where you might be out your house for a bit longer than you plan, and then you need a quick charge because we use your phone a bit much. You know, something like this. It's small, it's compact, it's quite thin. It still holds quite a lot of charge as well. It's like a 10,000 milliamp battery in here, so it still holds quite a lot. This can charge your phone like maybe twice over, you know. So yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good, and for the size of it, I'm quite pleased with this. I only paid like £16 for this as well. £17, yeah, it was $16.99. So yeah, that's that came today. Let that finish charging up. But yeah, that's pretty much been my day, just like getting stuff ready for the for Saudi Arabia. Just trying. I still got stuff to get ready. Still got a few things to go, which you know, hopefully can get done before before we leave, right? But yeah, that was pretty much. Oh, I made jam again. I made jam today. I made jam. That's my new thing. Making jam and peanut butter is my new thing. It's my new hobby. But yeah, hopefully all y'all are doing alright. Hopefully yous and your fams are doing alright. I'll tell you something cool actually that happened today. I went to a bakery, or cafe / bakery, and so it was a French bakery, right? Test won't be till June. That's good. That's good. That's good. Big up Mrs. Barbie. Some bad weather came through here on Sunday. A few tornado warnings this area. Had to take cover. Bruh. There's got to be a point where you just like have to be like, dude, let's just move. Let's just move. Like, how are you dealing with that kind of weather? Like, I mean, we complain about the weather over here because it gets a bit cold and it gets a bit rainy. You guys have like storms on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying? Like, we get upset because like it rains a bit over here and it gets a bit cold and muggy. You guys have tornadoes like every week or something. It's like, bruh. There's a point where it's like, you know what? Maybe we should just move. Bloody living in Alice. Was it? No. What's that? What's that thing? The Wizard of Oz. Wizard of Oz, where your house gets blown up in a storm and lands on a wicked witch, and the shoes all sticking out at the end. Oh man. Stay hydrated, people. Stay hydrated. We had decent weather today. Didn't need to wear a jacket. It was quite nice actually. It was quite nice today. I actually put an air conditioner in my car on today. That's how warm it was. Put the aircon in my car. And I drove to the shop, so I was like, yeah, man. This is aircon weather. We'll see how long that lasts. Hopefully get a decent stretch with it though. Hopefully. But yeah, man, I went to this cafe today, a French cafe, and I spoke to the guy in French, and he understood me, right? And he answered in French, and I understood him. I was actually quite pleased with that. I was actually pretty pleased with it. I was like, yeah, man. Yeah, man. Man's getting there, innit? Man's on this French thing. Man's like, what did I say? I said, je voudrais en café latte, s'il vous plaît. That's what I said. Je voudrais en café latte, s'il vous plaît. Then he asked me, he said, en carte ou espèce? Or was it, we might say espèce or en carte. I can't remember, it might be the other way around. But anyway, it doesn't matter. But he said en carte or espèce. I was like, en carte, s'il vous plaît. Yeah, man. Man's on this thing. Wasn't as bad, but there's some damage and 59,000 power outages. It's severe weather, tornado season. It comes again in fall. Oof. That's some madness though. You know, the other day you were talking about housing in America for $200,000, right? And I was thinking that sounds quite cheap for a house, like, especially compared to prices in London. Now I'm thinking, I know why. I think I know why the houses are so cheap in those parts. Like, it's just storms, tornadoes, wrong side of the tracks, all of that. Like, I'm guessing that's why the houses are so cheap. Like, people trying to sell you a house, and it's like, well, you know, might get blown up by a tornado in a couple of months. So, speaking of French, I watched 2 French movies this week. One was interesting, and the other I'll never watch it again. Okay. Well, so one was I guess. And the other was, nope. 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 Nah. We're done. We are done here. Thank you very much. We are done. I'm kind of curious what they, which movies are they? Now I need to know. What are these movies called? That's everything but cheap over here. It might be cheap over there in the UK. $200,000 is cheap though. Like, I mean, for a house, like, let's see here. Like average London house price, what's it now? It's been a while since I've checked it. London has an overall average price of £730,000 and £730,885, so nearly, that's more than $500,000. Like, it's like £750,000 is the average house price in London. Of course, you can get cheaper houses than that and more expensive houses than that, but yeah, we average it out, it would come down to about 730,000 as an average price for London, right? But on the cheaper end, you're looking at, say, about 263,000 as an average, and maybe 480,000 in certain other parts. So, like, what was that? $200,000 in pounds. Oof. Yeah, it's about 160,000. 160,000. That is massively below the average in London, or even in England, I think. Let me see. Just say what England is. Average England house. I can't even bloody. So yeah, it's well below the UK average as well. Like at 280,000 if we go for UK average. So yeah. When you said 200,000, I was like, I was thinking that sounded like cheap for a house, and now I know why. Like weather. Another one I'll never watch again was called Infested. It's about spiders. I don't do spiders. The other was Titania, and it was different. All right. I don't mind spiders. I don't mind spiders at all, actually. Sometimes I see spiders in my room, like in the corner or something, and I'll just leave them there. You know, I'll just leave them there. I don't bother them. They don't bother me. There. Infested, huh? Let me see here. Infested. Is that 2023? I think this is it. 2023. All spiders in the shoes. Yeah, I think this is it. Maybe I'll watch this movie. Over there, yeah, over here. Nope. All right. Yeah, maybe I'll buy a house in America. I'm like, you know what? I'm British and I'm rich. Let's go to America and just buy a house because I can. I might do that. I'll turn up get treated like royalty out there. We're like, you know what? I'm a rich British man. Yo, what up, XSplit? And yeah, you don't need to be calling me that. That's we're good. You don't need to be calling me that. You really don't. You're way too young and way too male to be calling me that. So yeah. Well, actually, XSplit, I could say something, you know. Achlen. No, is that it? Achalen. XSplits. No, wait. Anta. Anta Khairib Ia XSplits. Anta Khairib Ia XSplits. Let me know if you understood that. Anta Khairib Ia XSplits. Yeah, I think you understood it. Yeah, man can do French, man can do Arabic. Yeah, man's learning bare languages out here, trust. This time next year, man's gonna be a polyglot, done no. The table is about a woman who gets it on with a car and she gets pregnant. Okay. Huh. Is it a comedy? The giant Goliath tarantula to one of them has hooked fangs. Oof. Imagine that getting stuck in your shoe. Anta daki ia XSplits. Anta daki. Anta daki. Oof, what's the word? Forgotten it. Anta daki wa Jayid ia XSplits. One of the big spiders in the south is the old spider, non-venomous. No, it wasn't. It was weird. Smoke, but really well made film, to be fair. Okay, wow. What's that called again? Titain. Let's look that up real quick. Titain. Say 2021. Following a series of unexplained crimes, a father is reunited with... Oh, this might be a different film. Someone has been missing for 10 years. Okay. Yeah, I think this might be a different film, actually. This might be another Titain. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe it's the same one, actually. What are you saying? But your pronunciation of some of the letters are wrong. Okay, so I need to work on my pronunciation. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, I'm looking at some of the pictures actually. Yeah, I think it looks like she's getting on with a car. So yeah, this might be the same one. I guess it's multi. What's it called? Multi plots and multi-layered, and probably has a real deep multi-layered meaning. Like the woman having sex with a car symbolizes the symbolizes the atrocities that go on in our society. I don't know, something like that. But yeah, I think this is the one. Yeah, I got the trailer playing at the moment. There's some mad images. Well, they do say that, you know, watching movies in your target language helps you to understand it. So yeah, maybe I could add this to my watch list and call it educational. It's educational. But yeah, I started watching okay, just watching the end of the trailer playing. Yeah, I started watching Walking Dead season 8. I just watched episode 3 today, and that's been quite interesting so far. Like, it's definitely a different pace than the previous seasons. Walking Dead XSplit. I started watching Walking Dead season 8. Just watched the first 3 episodes so far. As well as having sex with a car, she is also a serial killer. She changes her identity and pretends to be a man. Oh, so I guess there's a lot going on in this movie. She's a car molester as well as an identity theft. I mean, that's an interesting combination for sure. Well, you did say it was interesting, to be fair. So yeah, I guess that does it. You know, she couldn't decide which crime she wanted to focus on. So she's like, am I going to be a car molester, or am I going to be an identity fraud? Someone's like, well, why not do both? You can do anything you set your mind to. Yeah, you're right. You are right. But yeah, started watching The Walking Dead season 8. Finished watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure season 3. And that was definitely living up to its name. It is a bizarre adventure for sure. Like, it is actually, like, the whole thing is long though. It's like, I mean, the episodes are quite short. The episodes like 23 minutes. So the episodes are quite short, but it's long in terms of like how many episodes. Like season 3 is like 48 episodes, and it's long, and it's definitely a lot of filler in there, but I can't lie, the filler was still pretty cool. Like, it gets weird. Like, I mean, it's called Bizarre Adventure, it's gonna get weird, but it gets weird at times, like a little bit borderline creepy at times. I'm like, and I guess part of that is down to, Japanese culture and just being vastly different to Western culture. That certain things they might look at and think is, I guess, normal over there. I don't know. I'm assuming. I'm assuming, but I'm looking at it like, yeah, you don't need to be showing some, 14-year-old girl's backside. Like, you don't need to see that. Like, it's animated, so it's not real or nothing. But at the same time, it's like, dude, like, we don't need to see that. We don't need to see that. Like, come on, put that away. But yeah, overall it was a pretty good show. There's really overall it's a pretty interesting story. Definitely has sad moments towards the end. But yeah, Bizarre Adventure definitely lives up to its name. It is bizarre and it's an adventure. So you literally get what it says on the tin, Didn't expect you to watch anime. Yeah, I watch anime sometimes. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm hardcore anime. You know, not quite otaku level, right? But you know, yeah, I like anime. I mean, I've watched a few over the years and watch a few more before it's all said and done, hopefully. So yeah, it's a complex film, weird but interesting and well made. Season 8 is all out war, isn't it? So far, yeah. I mean, it feels like, I mean, because there are definitely, I mean, like I said, it's only first 3 episodes so far, so yeah, it's been a lot of fighting, but also kind of feels a lot more slower paced than the other seasons as well. You know, like the first 3 episodes, like there's a lot of fighting, a lot of shooting, a lot of action, but also still feels a lot more slower paced. And I guess that's because they kind of show a lot of in between the action as well, you know, kind of behind the action and what you know, what they're fighting about, and the dialogue and that whole thing. You know, they do focus a bit on the talky bits, so that's for a bit slower paced. But the last episode I watched today was episode 3 of season 8, where, and I won't give any spoilers in case anybody hasn't watched it, but it ends with, you know, it was the king Ezekiel, and yet I smile, and well, let me not say no more. Let me not say no more. Maybe watch One Piece. I never say never, but I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I probably won't watch that anytime soon. I probably won't. I mean, I might. If enough people recommend it to me, I might. But I generally avoid the really, really long ones. In fact, even JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is kind of too long for me. But, you know, I'm kind of committed to it now. But, yeah, only exactly 1,000 episodes, bruh. I'm not. I mean, look, never say never. It's possible in the coming months I might have more time on my hands, and maybe if I do, I might invest some of that into One Piece. But at the moment, I think I'm gonna say I'm not gonna definitely say no, but I'm not gonna try and get your hopes up either. Like, I don't know if I'll be starting that certainly anytime soon. But yeah, 1,000 episodes is a lot. It's a lot. Watch the lyric Noel's version of Sally's song from The Nightmare Before Christmas smell cover. She and her band were dope. Nice. And mixed feelings on season 8. There is great episodes, but I felt the war went on too long. Oof. Yeah, this one's 16 episodes. It's free, so like I said, I only watched 3 so far, so I have to kind of see how I feel by the next 13 episodes of it. But yeah, so far so good, I'd say. So far so good. Yeah, recommend it in your free time. Speaking of free time, though, I've kind of made a decision for myself in regards to the movie channel that I run, you know, the Haze's Movie Room channel. And it's basically this, like, I still want to keep doing it, but I also feel like I'm at a point where I need to maybe not spend as much time on it as well. And granted, I know what my turnaround time on that channel has been quite slow anyway. Like, I average 1 video every 3 to 6 weeks, you know what I mean? Usually around 6 weeks, 5-6 weeks. So I'm not exactly putting tons of content on that channel anyway, but even in that time that it takes me to make a video, it takes a lot of time. Like, it takes a lot of my spare time over those like 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks to make that 1 video. And I just kind of feel like I do want to keep doing it because I enjoy doing it, and there's still videos that I want to make and still movies that I want to take the piss out of, but also feel like, you know what, I need to actually do this in a way that is just not taking up so much time, which effectively means that my slow turnaround time for a video is just probably just gonna get even slower, you know. So whereas now it's one video every, you know, let's say 4, 5, 6 weeks, it might drop down to like one video every, you know, 2 to 3 months or something like that. You know, might drop down to that, because I just feel like, you know what, I like it, I want to keep doing it, but like with everything, it needs to be sustainable, you know. And I feel like right now putting that much time into it, it's just not sustainable, you know. So yeah, for anybody for all 2 of you who might actually watch that channel, for all 1.5 of you that might watch that channel, yeah, I think it's going to be a slow turnaround time. I've got one video that I'm working on right now, which I'd hopefully have out before the end of May. But then after that, I feel like the next video could be like, yeah, 2-3 months down the line, maybe even 4 months, because, you know, I've got a trip to Saudi coming up. But yeah, I don't want to quit it, but I do think I need to slow it right down a bit, just because, yeah. I was a fan of season 7. I know I'm on a small island on that, but I liked the stripped back character building after the loss of Glenn and Abraham. Season 7 was pretty cool, actually. What I remember for season 7 now, because I guess it was a while since I watched it, but yeah, the opening of season 7 was oof. Like the first episode, because at the end of season 6, when you knew that Negan took somebody out, but you just didn't know who, and that period of time when you're waiting, and for me personally, like, I knew that Glenn died. That kind of bit, that was spoiled for me. I knew that he was going to get killed. I didn't know how he was going to get killed, but I knew he was going to get killed because I saw a spoiler for it. So this whole time I'm watching these episodes, I'm like, oh, this is when it happens. Oh, he's not dead yet. Oh, this is when it's going to happen. Oh, he's not dead yet. So when season 6 ended and it was blanked out and you don't see who did it, I was kind of thinking, oh, it was Glenn. It was Glenn. That's what I was thinking, right? That it was Glenn. But then season 7 starts and it's like, oh, no, it was Abraham. And then, boom, oh, shit. Yeah, they got me good. They got me good. And yeah, the way they broke down, well, almost broke down Rick. In fact, no, he did break Rick down, really, actually. He did break him down, because Rick was like gave up practically. Like, Rick gave up in those first few episodes. I want to say like 4 or 5. I can't remember exactly how many, but the first few episodes of season 7, Rick gave up. Like, he was fully on board with just like, we're not going to fight and we're not going to do anything. And he had to be convinced to turn that around. And then, yeah, at the end of the season, or towards the end of the season, it was like, the hilltop will not fall today. Yeah, man like Ezekiel. Man like Ezekiel, yeah. King Zeke. Couch Tuner is a free site where you can watch anime series and films. It might buffer a little at times because lots of people will be using it at once. Okay, yeah, a lot of those sites though, I mean, I'm guessing it's like a torrent site or something like that. Like, they're usually, you know, dodgy. I mean, look, I'm not telling people what to do. Y'all do you, but personally, I'd rather not do those torrent sites or those like free stream sites or things like that where they rip it from somewhere and upload. I'd rather not. But let's see here, Couch Tuner. I'll search that now. Yeah, I'm guessing this is a torrent site or some kind of dodgy stream site. I mean, you do you, but nah, I'd just rather not. I'd rather not. Back in the day, man used to be on these things like hardcore. Man used to be on these like things like hardcore, like I used to do all the kinds of like these pirate things like, but today in 2024, nah, I'd rather not, thanks. I'd rather not. Each their own, but I'd rather not. We might be the only ones who are a fan of season 7. Just might. Just might. Oh well. If other people don't like it, that means other people are wrong. That's really what that means. That's really what that means. If I like something, I'm right. If people disagree with me, they're wrong. Nah, I'm kidding. People can like what they want to like, of course. I'm just playing, but yeah, I think sometimes people, especially online, I feel like a lot of times, really, and maybe I'm wrong on this, maybe I'm just assuming this, but it does feel to me sometimes like people just kind of say what they think other people want them to hear, you know what I mean? Like when the general consensus about something is that, oh, people don't you know, people don't like this, or it's not a good show, a lot of times people kind of jump on it and be like, oh yeah, it's bad, it's bad, it's bad. And I'm like, I mean, do you really think it's bad, or are you just saying that because everyone else is saying it's bad? You know, I kind of get that impression. And maybe I'm wrong, maybe they genuinely don't like it, or they genuinely do like it. I don't know. But it just feels to me like sometimes people just say stuff because other people are saying it, and well, if we are both on the same page, it's definitely right because your opinions are wrong. All my opinions are correct. In fact, all my opinions are facts, put it that way. If it's not just an opinion, it's a fact. Die Hard is proof of that. I'm just looking at Kristen Stewart's filmography on IMDb, and it's kind of interesting because, like, of course, I think everybody kind of knows Kristen Stewart from, you know, the Twilight movies, which were at this point more than 10 years ago. Like the last one was what, 2012? Is that 2012? Is that right? Or 20 something anyway. But yeah, it was over 10 years ago anyway, either way. And she has done loads of movies since then. But I think maybe only one or two of them have gotten popular. And it's kind of, I don't know if that's a, I mean, I get that, look, it's not good from a bad, this is what it is. But it kind of like emphasizes things like you could be a star of a movie that gets really big, and that doesn't guarantee you any kind of, like, you know, movie success after that. Like your next movie, nobody cares. It could be like that, but she's managed to stay working, and that's awesome, because like it's tough to be an actor even if you have been in a hit movie. Like, it's tough to be an actor. It's probably even harder when you've been in a hit movie, actually. It's probably even harder because, like, I guess everybody has this expectation of you and this view of you that you can never really live up to. And it might take a while for people to kind of forget that and be able to see you in other roles. But yeah, she's kept working. She's kept working. And she's got a new movie, I guess, coming out, or maybe out already. I think she does more indie films now. Okay, that's probably why. Maybe I haven't heard of many of them. But still, though, big up Kristen Stewart for maintaining a solid career post Twilight. Because that'd be tough, man. That'd be tough. Jon Stewart. Well, there's a new Lion King movie coming out called Mufasa. I'm guessing it's focusing on Mufasa when he was a young cub. I don't think I'll be watching it anytime soon. You know what? I just realized something. I should probably let you see what I'm seeing. Otherwise, it's just weird. I mean, Anna Hirobi. There we go. But yeah, where did I see it? Where did I see it? It was up here somewhere. I think it's on this carousel. It was in there somewhere. There we go. First look at Mufasa, the Lion King. I mean, don't get me wrong, I actually like the Lion King movie. Like, I haven't seen the remake of it. Like, I haven't seen the what do you call it, the live action CGI movie. But I did enjoy the cartoon they did back in 1990 something. I thought it was a pretty cool film. So I'm not against the idea of them making this, but yeah, I don't think I'll be this won't be on my must-see list, I don't think. I mean, I feel like this is a type of movie that even once it's out on Disney Plus, yeah, I could probably wait a while. Like, you know what I mean? I could probably, I don't think I need to rush to see this, but just out here cussing out this movie for no good reason. Oh, Beyonce's in it. Actually, I changed my mind. I might watch it. Beyonce's in it. I'll watch it if Beyonce's in it. That just sold the movie to me right there. Beyonce's in this one. So yeah, I'll watch it then. Yeah, Disney live action movies don't do it for me. I don't think I've seen too many. Well, that's not true. I've seen I've seen Disney live action movies, but I haven't seen any of their live action remakes, I should say. Or have I? No, I haven't. I don't think I've seen any of their live action remakes. Like, I've not seen Lion King, I've not seen Little Mermaid, I've not seen Dumbo, I've not seen, what else did they remake? I can't remember. Beauty and the Beast. Yeah, I've not seen any of their live action remakes. Oh wait, Anna Canoni Rose is in this. Oh, actually, might watch it. I do like Annie Canoni Rose. She's kind of underrated, to be honest with you. But yeah, Anna Canoni Rose, she was in Dreamgirls, which is an amazing film. Also, Beyonce's in that as well, by the way. But yeah, that's a great film, Dreamgirls, based on a Broadway play. But yeah, I actually really likes that film, even though it's a musical. A lot of people hate musicals. I don't. I don't hate musicals at all. But I feel like that's just a good movie, regardless of whether you like musicals or not. It's got Eddie Murphy in it as well. It's just a great movie, well told, great singing, all of that. Watched a few and they're not for me. I watched The Jungle Book with Holly recently, and there is a warning on it now because it's offensive. Apparently, The Jungle Book. The Jungle Book. Oh wait, that's the one with the boy, and they find him, and he gets raised by the bears. No, not the bears, like the lions and stuff. Like he gets raised in the jungle, and then was it Jane comes and. No wait, that's Tarzan. I'm thinking of Tarzan. No, Jungle Book was Mowgli. That was it. Mowgli was a Jungle Book. Yeah. Okay. I don't remember the story actually. I don't remember the story. But yeah, no, I've noticed some movies where they put the warnings on. Not even just the Disney movies, but even just some other movies I've seen it as well. Like they had it on Splash, you know, which is I don't think that's a Disney film, but it's on Disney Plus, but. As far as I know, it wasn't a Disney film at the time. I think it was like Touchstone or something. But yeah, I've noticed Disney Plus would do that with certain movies where in the beginning would have like a warning, which, I mean, to be fair, I get it, you know. For better or worse, we do live in a time where people's sensitivities are different to what they were, you know, in the 80s or whatever, you know what I mean? I get it. So on one hand, you could either be like, you know what, we could change it or edit it out, which nobody wants to do that. I mean, I feel like that'd be a lot worse if they edited out the bits they thought were offensive. I think that would be a lot worse. But at the same time, they don't necessarily want to be dealing with people complaining about movies and, oh, this has this and this, you know. So they just say, you know, let's just put a warning that says there's things in this movie that people today might be offended by. So once you've been warned, it's basically just say, look, we told you, so piss off. We don't want to hear your complaints after this because we told you and you watched it anyways. That's on you. Now leave me alone. So yeah, I get it, and it's hard to know what people are going to be offended by sometimes, and so it might just be, you know, look, let's just put a warning on this, and let's just put a warning on it just in case, and we don't have to deal with nobody. So out of the Disney live action remakes, what is the best one? Out of all the bad ones you've seen, what's the best one? What's the one that came closest to you know, being decent? Too much time on their hands to complain. Or ain't that the truth? You know, plenty of people out there definitely need a hobby. Need something to do. That's a film I was trying to think of. Yeah, so Anna Canoni Rose is also in a film that I watched years back called Four Colored Girls, and that's an amazing film as well. Like, that is an incredible film. Like, and I was talking the other day about certain films are really good, but they're tough to watch. Yeah, that's one of them. That's one of them. And her scene, oh, There's a few scenes in that stand out as being tough to watch, but there's a scene that she's in and it's, oof. But yeah, that was a good movie. Janet Jackson's in that movie as well. And Felicia Rashad is in that movie. Felicia Rashad. And listen, I will fight anybody on this opinion. This is not an opinion, by the way. This is a fact. I will fight anybody on this. This is a hill I would die on. But Felicia Rashad is the greatest TV mother of all time. Like, you will not find a greater TV. I'm not, get me wrong, there's definitely been some great TV mothers out there. I ain't saying that. I'm not saying she's the only good one or even the only great one. I ain't saying that. Plenty of good ones, plenty of great ones. But Felicia Rashad is the greatest TV mother of all time. And if you don't know, now you know. I can't answer it. I really didn't enjoy any of the ones I saw. Or if they're that bad. They were that bad. Damn, man. Yeah, Felicia Rashad is still acting. She is, how old is she now? She is born 1948. That makes her 52, 70. Oh, wait, 50, 70. 4, 6, 76 this year. Felicia Rashad is 76 this year, this coming June. Still going. Big up Felicia Rashad. Oh wait. Yeah. Beauty and the Beast is the worst one. Like the original, but the live action was awful. Oof. Beauty and the Beast. What's Beauty and the Beast? Okay, so that's the one with the was it Prince Gaspar, and he's trapped in a castle because like he hates ugly whip people and they cast a spell on him. And then Belle is like the beautiful woman that everybody in town wants, but she just doesn't care about all that stuff. Yeah, I watched that recently, not the live action one, but the cartoon. And what happened? It was like this dude, right? Okay, so her dad was trespassing on the prince's property. Like, you know, he shouldn't have been there. Like, that's fair. Like, he should not have been there. But he trespassed on his property, and basically, like, this prince holds him against his will. Like, he wanted to leave after a while. He's like, okay, look, my bad. I should go. And he basically held him prisoner in his house, right? And then to set him free, the daughter was like, okay, take me instead. And then so he takes the daughter instead, and she's there, you know, being held prisoner in a place where her dad should not have been held prisoner in the first place, so just let them go. And then basically ends up falling in love with the guy that, you know, forced her and her dad apart. Like, what? Like, woman, come on. woman, come on. This goes to show, man. This goes to show. All that nice guy stuff is a lie. When girls be like, oh yeah, we like nice guys, we like to be respected. Nah. What you need to do is kidnap their daddy, hold him against his will, and then swap places. That's what you need to do. That's how you get girls. That's how you get girls. You like a bit of a beast, man. A bit. He had to make her fall in love with him before the last petal dropped, and it was like, okay, make her, like, interesting choice of words, but all right. He's all like, then he's all apologetic after he was being mean. Like, he's all mean to her in the beginning, but then when he realized, actually, you know, I got a chance to like get out of this spell. So he didn't even do it because like he liked her. Let's be honest, like he didn't really like her like that. He just wanted to get out of the spell. So all that, because he was mean to her in the beginning. Like he wasn't that kind to her at all. But then when you kind of realize, oh wait a minute, I can use her to get what I want. Then he started being all nice and stuff like, well, how'd you like your cake and your tea? And it's like, yeah, shut up, man. I see right through you, you skank bastard. I see right through your dirty tricks. But that was 1992, so I guess like it wasn't. I guess back then it wasn't so obvious to people what he was doing. I'm watching this in like 2020, whatever. 2023. I can't remember when I watched it last year, this year. It was recently. I'm watching it with 2020 vision, literally with 2020 vision. So maybe back in 1992, like it wasn't so obvious that was. But I'm watching this like, you know what? I see your tricks, you skank. Want some buffalo chicken pizza with garlic crust right now? Oh, you better get an Uber Eats app open, innit? He did save their lives, to be fair, and the point of the spell was he had to fall in love. And her. Oh no, that's true. Yeah, he had to fall in love with her. So he had to force himself to like this woman that he didn't really have that much interest in before, only because, like, I mean, what would have happened if she was like, you know what, I'm sorry, daddy, but I'm just gonna have to leave you here. Do you know what I mean? He weren't gonna chase her. He weren't gonna chase her. He got lucky that she stayed, and he was like, oh, it's my chance. Let me force myself to love her, and then trick her into loving me, so I could break the spell. That's cool. It's cool. I ain't mad at it. Do your thing, boy. Do your thing. I ain't gonna tell on ya. By the way, I swear this guy, Michael Ealy, like 99.9% of the films I've seen this guy in, he plays a bad guy. Like, I feel like I've only seen him play a good guy maybe once. Or let's say 1.5 times. 1.5 times. Like, the half time was like in Barbershop where he wasn't really a good guy. He was just, you know, he was just, you know what I mean? But like... One time he played a good guy, the other time's more of a half. But every other time, this guy plays if I see this guy in a movie, I'm like, yeah, he's a bad guy. Like if he has more than like 3 or 4 scenes, I'm like, yeah, he's a bad guy. Like, you know what I mean? That's what I'm thinking. Like if you see Michael Ealy in a movie and he's got more than like 4 scenes in that movie, at some point he's going to be the bad guy. Like he might not be obvious right away, it might not be shown right away. Maybe he's a secret bad guy, but at some point he's the bad guy. Like if he's in the movie for more than 10 minutes, he's a bad guy. Except that one movie. I would if I could pay for it at this time, but still I've been a bit unsure about Uber food deliveries. Don't trust it much. You enjoy your pizza. I just ate grapes. Oh, actually, speaking of grapes, I watched a video recently, and Brex, perhaps you could confirm or deny this, because I mean I can look it up, I suppose. In fact, I might just look it up anyway. But anyway, let me ask you, because you're here. Apparently, grapes were outlawed in America. Is that true? Not grapes, sorry, not grapes. Excuse me, black currants. Apparently, black currants were outlawed in America, and because black currants were outlawed, that's why everything's like grapes. Like you have grape juice, grape berry jam, grape whatever, you know what I mean? Like everything's grapes instead of you don't have black currants, because apparently black currants were outlawed in America. Is that a true thing? I'm gonna look that up right now, because I mean we're here, and I should probably just research these things anyway. But hey, grapes are cool. I do like grapes. Oh, black currants banned in America. Here we go. In 1911, the federal government banned the cultivation, sale, and transport of black currants to protect the white pine. Government programs systemically destroyed blackcurrant plants by chemical spraying. The federal ban was lifted in 1966, though many states maintain their own bans. So yeah, blackcurrants apparently banned in a lot of states in America. That is wild. That is wild. A fruit got banned in America. That is wild. Wow, that's a fruit. Wait, blackcurrants are fruits, by the way, right? I just made that up. I think they are fruits. Yeah, they're fruits. Yeah, okay. Don't get me wrong, I like grapes. Grapes are cool. I like grapes too, but... And to be honest, I probably prefer grapes to blackcurrants when it comes down to it. Like, I think if I had to choose between grape juice and blackcurrant juice, I'm probably going to go with grape juice. But it's just kind of wild that a fruit got banned. That's wild, like a fruit. Of all the things you can ban, you ban a fruit. Yeah, that is wild, man. And it's like, okay. Black currants, by the way, not carrots. Black currants. Black currants. So let me show you. These is what I'm talking about. Black currants. I've never seen them either. People still grow them in gardens if they want to. Imagine growing black currants in your garden, and then somebody knocks on your door because the police come knock on your door because your neighbor snitched on you. Bro, that could be a TV show or something. That could be like a comedy skit in a TV show. The police come knocking on your door. We heard you been growing black currants. It's in one of the states where it's still banned, which apparently is most of them. We heard you been. I mean, think about this. Yeah, weed got legalized before black currants. That is crazy, bro. Weed got legalized before black currants. You can grow weed in your back garden. You better not be growing those black currants, though. Your neighbor might snitch on you. Neighbor might snitch on you. Imagine like the police caught Jose. They caught Jose growing black currants and had to deport him back to Mexico. Like, you Mexicans, come over here, you break all our laws. How dare you grow black currants? Right, you know what I mean? Come on now, black currants are banned in a lot of states in America. That's crazy. It's a fruit, like it's literally a fruit. It's not the greatest fruit, to be fair. Like I said, I prefer grapes myself personally, but it's a fruit. Like, man. But hey, I never heard of that till now. People will still get them or anything else any way they can. Now, that's for sure. I mean, just because something's illegal don't mean you can't get it. Yeah, it's just mad that it's a crime. Like, it's like, imagine you have to go to the same guy to get cocaine. And black cones, like, you have to find your plug. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you got a good plug, you can get you some weed. Actually, no, weed's legal in America now, so you don't need a plug to get weed. But you can get maybe some heroin, some crack, opium, and a few black currants from the same guy. Like, if your plug's a good plug, he can get you some black currants. If you can't get you black currants, you might need to find a new plug. You know, I'm just saying. If you can't get you black currants, because if you can't have black currants, that means you don't have Ribena in America. Or certainly you don't have classic Ribena, at least. $19 UK foods that aren't sold in America. This is, wait. So this is according to BuzzFeed, and to be fair, is BuzzFeed. So, you know, take it with a pinch of, like a massive pinch of salt, because it's BuzzFeed. But this is from 2016, 19 foods that aren't sold in America. Proper Cadbury's chocolate. This image is no longer available. Okay, but you don't get Cadbury's chocolate. That's a shame. You don't get Ribena. Oh, you don't get Jaffa cakes. Iron Brew. You don't get Iron Brew? Yo, what up, Reese? Black pudding? No, to be fair, you don't need that anyway. You don't need black pudding. you don't need that. That one's for the best. Don't worry about black pudding. Don't worry about that. You don't need. Yeah, you don't need that. Marmite? Yeah, you don't need that either. You don't need that. You don't need that. You're not missing anything with Marmite. Don't get me wrong. I think. I would say Marmite is one of these things where I definitely think it's. I wouldn't say I like it, but you're not missing anything. Like, it's tolerable. But you're not missing it. You're not missing much. Wasn't Kinder Eggs bands there? Oh, were they? Oh, I have to look up as well. Reese's Pieces in the pieces. Yeah, man. It's like burnt blood, isn't it? Yeah, pretty much. That's, yeah. You don't need that. These are 19 foods that aren't sold in America, by the way. I don't know if you saw the heading, but that's what we're looking at right now. 19 foods that are not sold in America. Black pudding and Marmite are on that list. I'm just saying, you guys don't need those. You really not miss anything with those ones. The eggs and them Scottish folks love themselves some Iron Brew. Iron Brew's just liked all over. Like, not. I mean, I guess it's probably liked very well in Scotland, I'd imagine. But I think Iron Brew's pretty popular just all over. Yorkshire pudding? You don't get Yorkshire puddings. Oof. Mate, sorry for you guys. Branxton pickle. Oh, wait. Plain cheese sandwich. It's sad. And a cheese and Branxton pickle sandwich is a taste sensation. Because you get pickles in America, right? I mean, I'm sure you get pickles in America. But maybe just don't get this particular brand of pickles. That's fine. If you're getting pickles, then you're doing all right still. Frazzles, though. Oh, I remember those. Proper bacon. Wait, you get bacon in America, right? What do you mean by proper bacon? America seems to be obsessed with bacon. Despite having no proper bacon with actual meat in it, Americans only have streaky bacon, which, although nice, is nothing compared to back bacon. Oh, so your bacon in America apparently doesn't have much actual bacon in it. Okay. Okay. I don't eat pig, so maybe I could eat the American bacon. Apparently American bacon doesn't have actual bacon in it, according to BuzzFeed. So maybe that means I could eat it. I'll go to America and eat the bacon there. Apparently, it's like, all right, cool, it's fine. Crumpets. You don't get crumpets. That's a shame. I mean, I'd imagine they won't be that popular over in America anyway, but it's a shame that they're not available at all. Like, come on, like somebody could sell them and have them as a novelty or something. Bacon is bacon. There's bacon soda is over here. They have like this thin bacon, like stringy, fatty stuff. We frying pickles over here. Marmite is rank. Apparently, this is according to BuzzFeed, by the way. It's so again, massive pinch of salt. It's BuzzFeed from 2016. So yeah, massive pinch of salt with all the stuff on here. Pickled onion monster munch. Oh, you are missing out, dude. You guys don't get pickled onion monster munch. Oof. Percy Pigs. Marks and Spencer is brilliant at 2 things, multi-packs. Because Percy Pigs, the nicest sweets you can buy, and US doesn't even know what it's missing. Do you even have Marks and Spencer's in the United States? Moose meat. HP sauce. Oof. I mean, to be fair, I don't think you're missing too much with that one. Twiglets. That's a shame. I mean, no, I mean, take it or leave it, but yeah, I feel like it's a shame. That one's a shame. That one's a shame. Lilt. Oh, you don't get lilt. No. Pickle man, for real. Have much more sugar in foods over there. I've heard the cereals, etc. Oh, there's definitely a lot of sugar in their foods. It's like pretty much any thing we have over here, if they have it in America, it's just got more sugar in it. Candy pickles. What's that? Pickles with that sugar in it then? Just pickled sugar. They put sugar in the pickle juice. Just leave it there for 2 weeks and eat it. But man, you guys don't get lilt. That means you don't know about Fido Dido. I was about to say, if you don't have lilts, then what do you have with your kebabs? But then you probably don't have kebabs over there either. Bruh, you lot are missing out. If you don't get lilt and you don't get kebabs, mate, I'm sorry for you guys. I'm sorry. Listen, I know you guys got a lot of great food over there. I ain't saying that. I know you guys got a lot of great food over there. But there's a lot of great food you're missing out on. I can't lie, man. There's a lot of great food you're missing out on. But this is according to BuzzFeed, so we got to be careful. Pinch of salt. Massive pinch of salt. We need some Brax and some Monster Munch. Really, you know what I mean? get a what you call it, a Patreon going. Prawn cocktail crisps. Oh, you don't get prawn cocktails, mate. You don't get sausage rolls. I mean, you have sausages in America, right? I only drink water these days. Oh, it's for the best, dude. It's for the best. I know. It's for the best. You don't get Kinder Surprise. Oh wait, yeah, you were saying that, wasn't it? Like Kinder Surprise might have been banned. Yeah, it's on this list as well. Kinder Surprise. They're illegal in the US because they think they're a choking hazard. So Americans will never know the joy of going to the corner shop and being allowed to get a sweet and a toy in one. That's not what I call freedom. Hey, BuzzFeed taking a piss at you right now. But for real, you guys don't get Kinder Surprise. Kinder Surprise was so cool because yeah, like it was like a chocolate egg. So you get like this nice chocolate egg. It was like a real soft chocolate, and there's a toy inside. So I mean, it was usually a crappy toy, but still, it was a toy. It was something. But you'd have that, and you just kind of play with that. And so you have the little toy. You get a bunch of them and just kind of play with them, and then you got all the chocolate. Man. Oh, that was the last one in the article. Okay. Who was much better in France when I went there? Everything tasted so much nicer and less salty. And I have proper sliced bread, though. It was like mini sliced loaves. What do you mean, like they don't have like Kingsmill and sort of bread like that? I mean, when you say sliced bread, you mean like how you buy like a Kingsmill or a Hovis loaf and it comes sort of sliced up? Yeah, so I guess it's something more like this is what you're talking about, how it comes, but maybe cut, I'd imagine, or I don't, maybe not, maybe it's not cut. Yeah, the only sliced bread they had was like ours, but half the size. Okay, I see what you mean. Not just, yeah. In the supermarkets, I see. Yeah, I've seen places over here that sell bread like that, if it's one I'm thinking of. But I guess that's down to the bread culture in France being different to the bread culture in the UK. Whereas we might make a sandwich, which we just need like 2 slices of bread. They might make a sandwich like they want more bread. Their sandwiches are probably more like this most of the time, like just thicker bread, or get maybe something like this where where the bread's thicker. More bread. I do like breads though. I mean, the thing about bread though, when you get like good bread, you don't need to put no butter in it. You don't need to put nothing on it. Like good bread, the bread's just fun and so you don't need to do nothing to it. You can just eat it like that when it's soft as well. You know, there's certain types of bread like you can buy it's called agagi bread. I might be saying that wrong. Or sweet bread actually. You could buy sweet bread. Agege, I think it's, yeah, agege bread. Agege bread. It's basically a sweet bread. So you might see it called agege bread, or you might see it called sweet bread. It's pretty much the same thing. But yeah, bread like this will just come in a loaf. It's not sliced. It's not even sliced, right? It's just like this. But when I tell you, you wouldn't want to slice it. You just want to rip it apart and eat the thing. Like you just want to like just pull it apart. You then snack on this thing just all day. It's just that good, man. You just eating the bread like just pull it in. Oh. You don't need to put nothing on it. You don't need to put no butter. I mean, you can, of course, and it's even better. You can put butter. You can put whatever you want. But I'm just saying, you could eat it like that when the bread is that good. It's just soft and just nice and sweet. Just eat it. Just pulling it apart. When the bread's that good. But yeah, you might see it called agege bread or sweet bread. But yeah, that's the type. I get it from time to time. You can't get it all the time. You can't get it all the time. It would ruin you if you get it all the time. Trust that it will ruin you. It can't be a daily thing. It really can't. But once in a while, I'm like, you know what? Let me treat myself. Let me treat myself. I stopped eating white bread. Was giving me really bad IBS symptoms. Oof, I don't know. It was causing that. Oh no, it was that causing it until I stopped eating it. And the crippling IVF stops the same day. It was good for you caught it in time though. I was getting really bad to where I couldn't even get up. I was in agony. Oof. So we need to send back to the Monster Munch Prawn Cocktail crisps. Some of our chocolate. Our chocolate. Oh, of course, our chocolate is better. That's a given. That's a given. Yeah, we've got to send Braille. So Monster Munch Prawn Cocktail chocolate, real chocolate. What was on that? What else was that? It's lilt. Yeah, send you some lilt. And what is that? What else was there? It was oof. Fine, American company. Now, and it tastes crap. It used to be brilliant. Oh, really? Damn, I haven't had Cadbury's for a while though. They don't taste that good no more. That's a damn shame. Some Wonder Balls, Goobers, Red Hots, pecan candy, candied yams with marshmallows, colored greens, Cheetos, hot fries, frosted Cheerios, Applejack cereal. I think you can get Applejack cereal over here actually. I mean, to be fair, I think it's imported, the ones that they sell over here, like it's not made here, but I'm pretty sure I've seen quite a few shops selling it. I know I've had it. I had someone when I was in New York, bought a box of Applejacks. They're alright though, still. They're alright. To be fair, I mean, I liked them. I remember I liked them. I'm not sure. Like, if you was to pick like the best American foods that we don't have over in the UK, I'm not sure I'd put Applejacks on that list. Like, they're nice, they're fine, they're good. But if you had like foods that we don't get over here that you have in America, that you know you had to like you know what I mean. If you had to like pick like a few foods that you have that we don't have, where you're like you have to try these. Like these are like the elite of the elites. Yeah, I don't think Applejacks would make that list for me. You know, but they are pretty good though. They are pretty good. But you know what you should send over here? What you should definitely send is a Philadelphia cheesesteak. That you should send. That and some cakes from the Magnolia Bakery. Like send those. Send those. We don't get that over here, and that's a damn shame. We got some good bakeries over here, but we don't have the Magnolia Bakery, and that's a damn shame, man. I'm telling you, man. We have so much in London. And of all the things we have, we don't have the Magnolia Bakery. Like, it's not fair. It's not. I'm sorry, but it's not fair. It's not. It's not. I'm not okay with that. I am not okay with that. There needs to be a Magnolia Bakery store in London. Like, whoever decides these things should do that. Should get on that. It's not okay. Good Corsair over racks. It's funny how Coca-Cola is make universal. I bet you can get that in the North Pole. You probably can actually. Well, I don't get it. The formula is a secret, so how do we know they're not still putting cocaine in it? I don't get it. Okay, yeah. I mean, it could be. They could be just putting small amounts, like enough to like get you addicted to it, but not enough for you to really, really notice it. You know what I mean? Like enough to make you want to keep coming back, but not enough for you to like fully notice that's what it is. Like they could very well be doing that, man. They could be. Oh, look at this. Frosties and Applejacks. I think my pre-double digit self would have loved something like this. You know what I mean? Like my pre-10-year-old self would have loved something like this. I think right now I'm not too sure about it because I'd lost my head. Frosties, I did not like it at all. I did not like it at all. It was ugh. I mean, partly because I guess they've changed the recipe, partly because my taste buds, I guess, have changed as well. But yeah, the last time I had Frosties, I was no. But yeah, 7-year-old me, 8-year-old me, I would have loved something like this. I would have been eating that all day, every day back then. Let's see, man, critics are still. Might just feel the caffeine. I used to like Golden Grahams and those cluster series. Oh, Golden Grahams, I remember those. What, are they still around actually, Golden Grahams? I ain't gonna lie, man, I never liked Golden Grahams. I remember trying them and oh. I remember trying them and I was just like, nah, I can't do this, man. Ready Break. Oh, I did like Ready Break was nice. Ready Break was nice. Cocoa Petals, Cocoa Puffs, Reese's Puffs, Frosted Flakes, Rice Krispies, Mini Frosted Whales, Cookie Crisps, Fruit Loops, Honey Smacks, Frosted, Honeycombs, all that cereal. I think Reese's Puffs are over here actually. Yeah, Reese's Puffs. Yeah, I've seen these in the shops. I've not tried them, but I've seen those in the shops. Angel Delight. I haven't had that in years. Angel Delight, was that a cake? Angel Delight. Oh wait, yeah, I know what this is. I mean, I never tried it. I don't think I tried it, but yeah, I know what this is. I know what this is. I've seen these, but yeah, I've never actually tried them. That was a bit like a whipped dessert, and yeah. It does look nice though. Soft serve ice cream. Oof. All different flavors. Strawberry. Butterscotch. Oof, man. No added sugar. Wow. It's healthy then. That's probably not, but still. All in reason. You can't get Angel Delight. Only the flavor I like towards the only flavor I like towards the butterscotch one. You can still get it. You can still get you can still get Angel Delight, yeah. Okay. Can you still get Angel Delight? Well, apparently Tesco have it in stock. Might not be the same one though, but yeah, they got Angel Delight strawberry flavor at Tesco's for 80 pence. So yeah, I guess Tesco still have it. Yeah, maybe try some myself. See if my local supermarket has some. Cause I ain't never tried no Angel Delight, and this does look nice. Ooh, apparently Morrison's have it in stock as well. They got like the ice cream one. I might have to try that. 800 milliliters though. Oof, that's a lot of ice cream. That is a lot of ice cream. But yeah, I'd have to make sure I've done some running on that day. You know what I mean? I might have to make sure I've ran a few miles before I have that. Because that is a lot. Let's see. Per 100 milliliters. About 90 calories and 4.4 grams of fat and no protein pretty much. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do a lot of running if I'm gonna eat that. That's yeah. All right, cool. Let me pick a day where I go running for like 20 miles or something, and then I'd have the ice cream at the end of it. That's what I'm gonna have to do. I don't go to shops anymore. My sister does that. Oof. Better start going, dude. Better start going. You know what, actually? It's kind of mad because right now, at this point in my life, as of the 30th of... You can't stand people. Oh, fair enough. As of the 30th of April, 2024, 3 of my favorite things to do right now, not necessarily my top 3 favorite things, but just 3 of my favorite things to do right now, in this point in my life, are cooking, yeah, taking care of my plants, yeah, and drinking coffee, yeah. Those are 3 of my favorite things to do right now as of April 2024. Now, those things have come to me in the last, I want to say, about 3, maybe 4 years, give or take. So had you said to me, I don't know, if you came to me at, let's say 5 years ago, in fact, let's say 6 years ago to be a bit safer. 6 years ago, if you came to me and said, you know what, by 2024, you're gonna be really into taking care of your plants, drinking coffee, and cooking. If you said it to me back then, I would have laughed at you. I'd have been like, don't be dumb. Don't be dumb. You know, I mean, I could cook back then. I could, you know, do some basic stuff and, you know, that whole thing. But I never thought of it as something to do. Like, for me, cooking back then was just a means to an end, right? You do it if you have to do it just so you can eat. You know, that's it. Like, you do it to get to the food so you can eat. And that still is that, right? But taking care of plants, drinking coffee, don't be dumb. But here I am at this point in my life at 44 years old, a couple of months away from 45. And 3 of my favorite things to do is drink coffee, at different types of coffee, go to different cafes and have different types of coffee in different cafes. Take care of my plants. I got 2 plants that I tend to. You know, I trim them down when the leaves are dying out, water them, make sure they're, you know, doing okay, getting enough sunlight and that whole thing. And cooking, yeah, I do a lot. I make jam, bro. I made some jam today. You know, I made jam today. I've been making peanut butter for a while, learning how to do stuff, looking at videos on YouTube and finding out how to do things. One channel I really like, Cooking with Pam. She knows a lot of stuff and just has all these different videos on how to do stuff. I made pickles, bro. So I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I know you don't like people, but shopping's cool. Shopping's cool. Pecan pie, sweet potato pie, apple cinnamon pie, Kool-Aid pie, Kool-Aid pie. I suppose that's just sugar. Bread pudding. But only get made by black people, though, so it will taste right. As to do a really nice Neapolitan trifle that tastes a little like Angel Delight. I'm just addicted to repairing things nowadays. I haven't had a spliff for a few months now. I was on it every day for like 20 years. Still need to quit cigarettes. Yeah. Where there's a will, there's a way. And you will find a way. You know what though, like, supermarket foods honestly are kind of underrated at times. Like their cakes and, you know, kind of, you know, stuff like that, their baked goods, you know, sweet treats, things like that. Oftentimes, I swear they're underrated because you follow the, oh, well, I don't know about you, but I follow some of these like food blogs on Instagram and like food channels and stuff like that I watch, and they always talk about, you know, some viral place in London or some fancy expensive place that does some mad looking donut the size of, you know, a house or something. You know what I mean? There's some madness, and I'm sure those are great. I ain't saying that. I'm sure that they're fine, they're great, I'm sure they taste amazing. I ain't saying that, but I'm just like, you know what, like, I can go to Morrison's, right, and get you know, 5 donuts for like 89p. In fact, I actually made a video on that because it still amazes me. You can get 5 donuts for 89p at Morrison's, like and these custard donuts, and they are so good. They are so good. Like, are they the best donuts in the world that you'll ever have in your entire life? Yeah, probably not. Probably not if you want to break it down like that. But for 89p, yeah, for 89p, 5 donuts that are that good? Come on now. Come on, man. Not more needs to be said about that. You know what I mean? More needs to be said about that. Like, yeah, these fancy places are good, and I ain't saying don't talk about those places too, but I feel like you know, some of these supermarkets that are doing some cool stuff, they need some love too. You know what I mean? Like those like biscuits you can get, like these cookies you can get. You know, like they got like the Belgian chocolate in there, like the white Belgian chocolate cookies. Bro, they're so good, man. And they're not that expensive. Like, you can just like pick up a pack and just snack on that over the course of a day. You know what I mean? Like, they're bruh. Supermarket food is underrated. It's so underrated. I'm proud of myself though. At least this addiction is actually profitable. What, the repairing stuff here? Better to be addicted to something that makes you money, I guess. Well, I guess it depends on what you're doing, but in this case, repairing things is probably a safer. Yeah, repairing things is probably a safe addiction, I'd imagine. Probably. Cinnamon pie sounds like something I need to eat right now. I like the steak slices from Morrison's. But yeah, you can get some good food in supermarkets, man. You really can, and they're usually not very expensive. In fact, the Tesco's meal deal is so elite. Like, the Tesco's meal deals, honestly, in my opinion, elite. And I'll say the Tesco's meal deal specifically, in my opinion, is probably the best of the meal deals out there. Because they all, like Sainsbury's, Morris, they all do their meal deals, you know, Asda does one, Morris. They all do some kind of meal deal variant. You know, you get, you know, a main, a snack, and a drink for whatever price, right? They all do that, but in my opinion, which, by the way, as we know, is fact, the Tesco's meal deal is just elite, because it's, especially if you've got the Tesco's club card, because then it's £3.40. Like, normally it's £3.50, but it's £3.40 if you got the club card. Now, what I like to do when I go to the meal deals, right, is get a Costa drink, because 2 reasons. One, those Costa drinks on their own, those Costa coffees, on their own, they're like £3, like £3.10 or something like that, just to drink on its own. So you're telling me that I can get a drink that's worth £3, a whole sandwich, and a snack for like £3.40? Come on now, that's big savings. That's big savings. And not only that, you got a club card, so you're collecting points for the club card, right? Not only that, I got the Costa app, so you get the points from the app as well. So I got, like, you know, you scan the app on the machine, and it gives you a bean point. So you collect enough of those bean points, I get free coffee at Costa. I'm just saying, Costa are a bit overpriced, to be fair. They really are overpriced when it comes down to it. And I'm pretty sure those drinks are not worth £3 at all. They're probably at most worth about maybe £2.50. But the point I'm making is that you get a lot for only £3.40. You know what I mean? You get a lot. So I usually get like a Costa coffee. It has to be, you know, the regular size Costa coffee, or usually like a latte or something like that. So I get a Costa coffee, or, you know, latte or cappuccino. I'll get a sandwich, right? And then I'll get maybe like a usually smaller snack. Like, I don't really like to go at the high sugar snacks, so I usually get something quite light when it comes to snacks, like maybe one of the packs of, you know, low calorie crisps or something, or maybe like the Kellogg's, what you call it, Kellogg's. I can't remember what they're called, but they come in these packets, and they're just kind of these really light snacks. But I don't really like to go for like the big snacks if I'm eating that. If I'm gonna have a sandwich, I'd rather not have a big snack. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's just a bit too much. But if you, I mean, you do it the way you want to do it. I'm just saying this is how I like to do it. So I get a Costa coffee, I get a sandwich, and then a light snack, and that's £3.40 because I got a club card, and then I get in the points, bro. I'm telling you, man. I can give you some money saving tips. I can give you some. Man knows these things, yeah. Man knows bare things. I can give you some money saving tips. Never had a meal deal because the sarnies are never just meat and bread, which is what I like. Always some other crap in the sarnies. They used to look at me like I was an alien when I asked for just beef and bread at Subway. Well, yeah. You need all the other stuff in there as well to help with like digestion, flavors, taste. You can't just have meat and bread. Come on, what? No margarine at least? A certain? Come on. But yeah, you gotta have some lettuce in there, some lettuce, tomatoes, because all of that helps with things like digestion. It also helps, I mean, I guess taste is subjective, but from other points, yeah, it just helps with things like digesting your food, roughage, fiber. Yeah, you gotta have other things in your sandwich, dude. You gotta have other things in your sandwich. But I mean, I like meat too, but having a sandwich that's literally just meat and bread, or meat, bread, and like margarine, nah, that just sounds boring. Like I'd want some mixers in there. Like you gotta have some onions, maybe tomatoes. Yeah, man, some lettuce in there. Get some sauces in there as well. Some food and bowls, Louisiana food. Only thing I don't like about, well, not even just Tesco's, I think this is all supermarkets, to be fair, and this is, I guess, inevitable, but because, you know, I'm driving around, I did a cab work, like oftentimes when I'm at a supermarket, it's usually later in the day, so it's a rarity where I get the good sandwiches, because by the time I get there, all the good sandwiches are gone. All the good sandwiches are gone. I'm like, man. But every now and then when I get there, they got one of the good ones left. I'm like, oh yes, finally. Cool. And I appreciate you coming through, Sam. What's the time actually? It is 10:30. I might be ending this soon actually because it is getting late still. But yeah, appreciate you coming through. Appreciate you and your crew. Big up to you. Next live stream should be next week. Might try and post a video too in the meantime, but yeah. Big up, Sam. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. But yeah, I can give you some money. Actually, let me give you a money saving tip right now. I'll give you a money saving tip right now. So if you go to Greg's, right? And you want to get a coffee, the cheapest way to a free coffee is to buy crisps, because they sell their crisps for £1. Well, actually, to be fair, it might be different in your Greg's, because I think the prices might vary depending on the Greg's a little bit. So depending on your specific Greg's, it might not be exactly £1, but I think most Greg's that I've seen are usually about £1. But if you go in maybe into inner city Greg's, like the middle of the city Greg's, then it might be a bit more expensive. But I think most of them are about £1. Anyway, you get a pack of crisps for £1, right? That means if you buy 9 packs of crisps, not necessarily all at once, by the way, but just 9 packs of crisps, that would entitle you to a free coffee. That means you've spent £9, and then you can get a drink that's for free, that is usually goes for like, and it's any size coffee, by the way, so you can get like a large like a large vanilla latte or something like that, which they normally do for I think like $2.80 or something, around about there. But the point is, that is the cheapest and quickest way to a free coffee at Greg's, is to buy crisps and scan them on your card, and then after you've got 9, then you can get a free coffee of any size. You're welcome. You're welcome. Now, the cheapest way to a free coffee at Costa is a little different because you only get points when you buy coffee at Costa, specifically coffee made by the barista. So what you can do at Costa is ask for an espresso, a single espresso, right? A single shot espresso, and bring your own cup. Now, an espresso is a really short coffee drink, so you don't want to bring a giant cup for that. You want to get like just a smaller, reusable cup, and ask for a single shot espresso. They pour the shot into your cup. They give you that. You pay, I think it's like £1 something for a single espresso at Costa's. But because you've used your own cup, you get double the points. You get double points when you use your own cup at Costa's. So you'll buy a drink for like, say, about £1.50, I think, or around about £1.50. Again, prices might vary depending on the Costa's, but you get a drink for about £1.50. You get double points. You do that 5 times because you need 10 points, right? So you would spend it was about 750, maybe £8 on drinks. And then once you've got that free coffee token, you could then get any size coffee you want for free. So you can get like their largest, most expensive coffee drink, or it doesn't necessarily have to be a coffee drink, or just a barista made drink, and you'll get that for free. And you've only spent like £8 or so. So yeah, that is the cheapest way to get a free drink at Costa's. You're welcome. Man knows these things. Kumas used to do a breakfast meal thing, bacon or sausage only, and a hot drink for $1.99. I can't go wrong at that price. I'll drink it. I guess that's pretty not a bad price. Like, you get a sandwich and a drink for $1.99. Wait, so they used to do it though, so I guess not anymore. Not anymore. Times are changed. But they do some kind of deal though, right? Because I know I went Couplands, I think, when I go Couplands, January or February, it was this year. And I can't remember what the deal was, but I know they gave me some kind of deal that involved a pack of crisps, because I think I was buying a sandwich and I was buying a vanilla slice, and I think I had a drink, like a bottle of water. And then the lady said something that if I get a crisp, she can do it for something. I can't remember what it was, but I think they are doing some kind of deal now. I'm not sure exactly what it is or what the price is. I don't remember, but they are doing something, I'm sure. But let's see if we can find out. Let's see if we can find out. Let's see if we can find it. Here we go. Yeah, meal deal. Well, they've got a few deals actually. You can do they got a breakfast deal for £2.60. They got a meal deal for £4, and they got a Pastylicious deal, any 2 pies or pasties, for £3. But yeah, they are still doing a meal deal, but yeah, it's not $1.99 anymore. Sorry, it's gone up a little bit. It's not $1.99 anymore. But it cost of living crisis. Who is in the best time? Coupons, but there everywhere where I live. Yeah, there's none where I live, dude. Man, I did like Couplands when I was there, but there's none in London. They're like a Midlands only thing, innit? None in London. But what did I get? I think I got the tuna and mayonnaise sandwich when I was there. I can't remember it right now, but I think it was a tuna and mayonnaise. It might have been the cheese plowman actually. I don't remember. I think it was tuna. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was tuna mate. It doesn't really matter. It was a long time ago. Price of stuff nowadays is crazy. Still, though, I think £4 for I mean, depends what you get with a meal deal. It doesn't actually say, to be fair. It doesn't actually say what you get with the meal deal. Let me see if I can find out. So I'm assuming it's a sandwich, a drink, and a snack. That's what I'm assuming it is. But it's not actually saying what the meal deal is. It just says they do one for £4. But it doesn't say what it is. But I'm assuming if it is a sandwich, a drink, and a snack, then £4 is pretty decent, I think, for a meal deal. Especially because their sandwiches are quite large. Went to the Chippy the other day, sausage and chips twice. And the kids' meal was £26. Insane. Sausage and chips and the kids' meal. Well, how many kids' meals were there? Like 5? Okay, sausage and chips. I mean, chips are usually around, I think, £2 something, £2-3 for chips, right? And then I don't know what sausages are cost, but I'd imagine there was it just one sausage, or how many sausages are we talking about? There's one kid's meal, 2 bowls of water, and a couple of bread buns. Oof. Okay, so chips. Okay, 2 chips. Let's say that's £6. 2 sausages. 2 sausages and chips. Okay, so 2 sausages. Let's say that's a total of, I don't know, about £9, I'm guessing. I'm talking about normal prices. And then bottles of water, and yeah, £26 is insane. You know, you're right, definitely. I feel like even in London, you're not paying that much. Even London prices, you know what I mean? You're not even paying that much. That's mad. £26. Boy, they better have been some amazing chips. Those chips better have. After you finish eating the chips just like brush your teeth for you. You know what I mean? They just like grow your hands and brush your teeth for you. Like, here, there you go. Have some water, spit it out. Clean the drips off your shirt. There you go, a little bit there. Yeah, right, because the cashier got the price wrong. Should left the card at home anyway, so we just sacked it off. Yeah. So wait, they got the price wrong and you paid it anyway? Oh no, you sacked it off, so she left the card at home, so you never actually did it. Oh, I gotcha. No, you never actually did it again. I never actually did it. Right, gotcha. But yeah, that sounds like somebody made, right, £26. That is mad. I was out with a friend the other day. We had a meal. I got, what did I get? I got an omelette. It was a large omelette. Chips. Had like some salad with it as well. Had a coffee. My friend had like pancakes, and I think he had there was like bacon, and I can't remember what else he had, but it was quite a large plate for both of us, and he had a drink as well. Altogether, the whole thing was like £20. It was like £20 for the whole thing. And these are 2 large meals, like 2 large meals. So I thought that was a decent price for what we did, but for what we got. But yeah, chips and yeah, now somebody got that wrong, mate. Thinking at most that's like £12. You know what I mean? At most that's around about £12, 12 maybe £15 at most. 26, nah, you're taking a piss, bro. You're having the jimmies. But yeah, I guess it's probably just as well you didn't have your card. You didn't have the card with you. you gotta pay to use the toilets. Wait, is that all toilets? Actually, you know what? You know, here's the thing. Actually, real talk. If it's a public toilet, you probably shouldn't use it anyway. I don't know. I mean, maybe the public toilet's a bit different where you are. Maybe the public toilet's a bit different where you are. But if it's a public toilet, like a proper public toilet, like a toilet like out on the street, public toilet, yeah, you probably shouldn't use it anyway, to be honest with you. Like, no matter what they're charging, whether it's 40p or 40, whether it's 40p, 4p, even if it's free, especially if it's free, you probably shouldn't be using it anyway, because those places are. I went to a public toilet a long time ago. Never again. Never again. I mean, maybe they're cleaner now. Hopefully they are, but bro, I'm not trying to risk it. If I'm out and I need to go to the toilet, best believe I'm looking for like a supermarket or something. I'm looking for a supermarket. I'm looking for a McDonald's. I'm looking for a petrol station. And if it's a petrol station, it's going to be like a BP or a Shell. You know what I mean? Something like that. Trust, I'm not trying to find a public toilet like that. They're around, they exist, but nah. Awful is an understatement, bro. Hand channels are mega hygienic. I think anything you touch in a public toilet is just don't touch anything. Like, even opening the doors for a public toilet, you've probably caught rabies just by opening the door. So yeah, let them charge their 40p. Just don't use them. Just don't. There's got to be a Sainsbury's or a Tesco's or something nearby where you can use the toilet there. Yeah, I mean, there's better options. I'm just saying. And if you're gonna have to pay to use the toilet anyway, then yeah, you may as well go to like a shop. You know what I mean? Just go to a shop, but that way you could use the toilet and you get and if you're gonna pay for something, you could just pay for a snack. You get a snack and you get to use a clean toilet. That's a better deal to me. Get a snack and a use. Actually, to be fair, sometimes those supermarket toilets are kind of disgusting too. To be fair, they can be a bit off too sometimes. But but between that and a public toilet, yeah, nah, it's but alas, it is that time where one has to start winding down. Respect to the people whose job it is to clean those things. Indeed. Though to be fair, I'm not sure they do. I wouldn't be surprised if, like, imagine your job was to clean public toilets. I wouldn't be surprised if, like, you got there and looked inside and were like, nope, and walked away and just told your boss you cleaned it. Oh yeah, I just, you know what I mean, just go back to your office and be like, yeah, I cleaned it. You didn't clean it. You just told him that. You just told your boss that. I honestly, I wouldn't blame him. I wouldn't blame him. I wouldn't blame him. Like, I get it. Some of them are that bad. Actually, you know what? I gotta be fair. There was one time I used a public toilet and it was actually a clean toilet. It was actually a clean toilet. Like, I couldn't believe it. Like, it was clean, like proper clean. Like, and I remember using that toilet maybe even more than once because I used to be a motorcycle courier and I had a lot of deliveries in this area. And I remember that specific toilet, and I was like, you know what? That's the one I go to. So yeah, there's at least one clean public toilet that exists, and it was free as well. You don't have to pay to use this one. It was a free toilet. So yeah, there's at least one clean public toilet. Well, there used to be. It's a long time ago. I don't know if it's still there or if it's still free or if it's still clean. I don't know. but it is going back probably about 15-20 years ago. Yeah, about 15-20 years ago. It's going back a while. It's going back a good while. So yeah, 15-20 years ago, there was at least one clean public toilet that you can use for free. Whether that's still there or not, I don't know. Best toilets I ever went in were at the casino. They were mega clean, surprisingly. You know what? I mean, I've never been to a casino, but I would say that I wouldn't be surprised that the toilets are that clean, because I imagine casinos, you know, a lot of money travels through those places, and they gotta have an image that they uphold, right? So yeah, I guess the toilets would have to be mad clean. They probably got like somebody in the you can let me know, because I'm just guessing here, but I imagine there's probably somebody inside the toilet who hands out like aftershave or something, or, you know, towels to dry your hands and stuff like that, and then you got to give him like a tip. Yeah, probably right. All about experience at casinos, yeah, indeed. I remember once there's one place where it was a hotel actually, and it was actually during my courier days as well, my motorcycle courier days. But I remember going to this place and I asked if I could use the toilet. I said, yeah, sure, go. Right, it's over there. I went into the toilet, right? When I say this place was so clean, like you could live in there. Like, it was huge, it was clean. I was like, mate, and I'm gonna dirty this place up with my common self. I'm gonna take my common self, and I'm making this place dirty just by stepping inside it. Like, this place was so clean and huge. And you know, when those toilets where they fold up the toilet paper, you know, they fold up the toilet paper at the end, so it's all like neat and everything, and it was all that as well. It had towels, so when you wash your hands, you can dry your hands with an actual towel, like a towel, not like a paper towel, like a proper cloth towel. They had those. Had like the moisturizers and stuff. You could, like, you know, moisturize your hands afterwards. I was like, mate, make sure you leave it clean afterwards. I mean, I think, to be fair, I don't leave toilets dirty anyway. Like, that's one of my personal rules. If I use a toilet, I don't want to leave it dirty. Like, I mean, if it's dirty already, then it just is what it is. But yeah, if you go into a place and you don't want to leave it in a worse state than you found it in, is what I'm really trying to say. So, like, yeah, you just make sure, like, bro, this is just wipe that down. And yeah, people selling aftershave and stuff. Yeah, them ones. Maybe like spraying you and stuff, like, and like, and this is awkward because it's like, I'm not really big into aftershave and stuff like that anyway, so I don't really. But you got some guys like, and they just expect you to give him some money, and it's like, you don't have to. Like, it's not a rule. Like, you know, it's not required, but you do kind of feel bad because, like, the way they start looking at you, like, bro, come on, man. Like, I'm just trying to take a piss. You know what I mean? I just came to take a piss, and now I've got to deal with like this and somebody that's spraying aftershave at you, and yeah, you have this, bruh. And that's gonna be an awkward job now, because, you know, a lot of people don't carry cash around with them these days. Like, a lot of times, you know, people just use their credit cards or their debit cards. You know what I mean? Not even a card. Use your phone and just like scan your phone on the machine. So, like, if your job relies on people giving you cash tips, oof, that's not a job to have in 2024, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's not a job you want in 2024. That you'd struggle. You'd struggle, bro. I hope they're paying you a good wage to stand in that toilet and hand out aftershave, because your tips are going to be mad low in 2024. I mean, they're probably low back in 1995. You know what I mean? You probably had low tips back then anyway. Imagine doing it in 2024 when hardly anybody carries cash around with them anymore. And it's like, nah, just that's not a job to have anymore, bro. Always quite rude. I remember arguing with one of them because he wouldn't give me a spray or tube for less than off £2, you know. I said, man, you've got more money in your bowl than I have in the bank, right? Yeah, I got the same thing. It was like, mate, just leave me alone. I just want to wee. I don't want to give you, right? Like, the ones we had, like, at least the ones I saw anyway, you did, they weren't, strictly speaking, selling you the aftershave, but they would, you know, spray you and they will give you like maybe aftershave or some cream or whatever and that kind of thing, and some kind of spruce you up and all that kind of stuff, right? Which is nice. Like, it's a nice thing to do, but it was very much like, even though they weren't strictly speaking selling it to you, it was very much clear that you were expected to tip them. You know what I mean? It's very like, okay, I've done this for you now. You give me something, and it's like, even back then, I wasn't one to be carrying cash around with me that much. And if I did have cash around, best believe I'm not trying to spend it on a guy in the toilet. If I had cash on me in a nightclub, I'm trying to spend it on a girl. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to chat up some girl and spend it on her, not give it to you. I'm sorry. Like, I'm I'm not a rich man. I've never been a rich man. Well, that's not true. I've never been rich, but I've had times. That's a whole other thing. The point is, I'm at this point in my life, like that point in my life, rather, I'm like maybe 18, 19 years old. You know what I mean? I don't have a whole lot of money to my name. I'm dressed nice because I saved up my dinner money and pocket money for the past 10 years trying to buy some designer clothes that I can't afford. You know, I've barely got enough money. I had to pay to get into the nightclub, and that was probably like 20 whatever quid at the time. So any money I have left, best believe I do not want to put it in the pocket of a guy in the toilet. I don't. I'm sorry. Like, I appreciate this is your job. I appreciate we all got to make a living. I understand that, but I understand where I'm coming from. Like, I've got little money left. I do not want to spend it in the toilet. You know? I'm trying to chat up some girl. You know what I mean? I'm trying to chat up some girl and get her a little something. That's what I'm trying to do. I can't be chatting up some girl and be like, oh, well, I'm sorry, I don't have enough because I gave it to you. No, I'm sorry. But yeah, it was like that. The amount of times I just went into the toilet, you know, took a piss, washed my hands real quick, and just ran out. I'm no eye contact, nothing. You trying to put no, wash my hands, walk out. I'm just done. It had to be like that, man. It had to be because, bro, I'm not trying to make eye contact with you and feel all awkward and nah. I remember one time I gave some guy some. I had literally just had some change on me. I didn't have much. I think I gave him something like, it was. I know it wasn't a lot of money, but it was maybe something like 20p or something like that. Because I literally it was just some change that I had. It wasn't a lot of money, but so I gave it to him. It is one of the guys in the toilet, one of the spray guys in the toilet. So I gave it to him, and the way this man just gave me some dirty look. And he didn't say nothing to me. He didn't say nothing. He just gave me, you know when someone gives you that dirty look, you know, you call it the evils. That's what we used to call it. When someone just gives you the evils. I mean, they give some dirty look and you know straight away he did not appreciate that at all. He looks at me like I just insulted his whole family. You know what I mean? I was like, bruh, listen, first of all, like, I don't have to give you anything. That's number one. So the fact that I gave you something, granted it's not a lot, but considering I don't have to give you anything, that's more than the anything I had to give you. So I'm just saying, maybe if you need to rely on people giving you tips in the toilet for your job, I'm just saying maybe that's not a good job to have. I'm sorry. Maybe get a better job. I'm just saying. I'm sorry. And if you're obligated to give them money, it was like force begging. They must have made a fortune, owners of those nightclubs back in the day. 20 odd quid entry and then £5 a bottle of beer or something, stuff like that. Yeah, man. Oh, those nightclubs are proper raking it in. I mean, they were paying DJs like, I mean, I don't know what they were paying the DJs, but apparently I know when I've spoken to DJs, like, even like DJs on the lower end, you know, was doing all right. Like, you know, if they booked a gig, they'd be getting, you know, in the hundreds, sometimes in the thousands. You know, and these are DJs that aren't necessarily famous DJs, but if they're booking gigs, that they could be getting in hundreds. And to be clear, of course, that's not every single DJ. Some DJs, of course, get nowhere near that. I understand that. I'm not saying, oh, go become a DJ. It's easy. It's not easy money when you're a DJ. You still have to build yourself up to the point where you can even get that kind of money. But yeah, like DJs who were just kind of booking gigs on the lower side of things, like, yeah, there's in the hundreds, sometimes into the thousands, and some of them were booking like, you know, 2-3 gigs a night. Sometimes I do one nightclub for a few hours, drive to the next nightclub. So yeah, that's what I know from speaking to DJs. So like, if the nightclubs are paying these guys like in the hundreds, and they've got maybe like, you know, in a night you might have like 3, 4, 5 DJs like doing like an hour, 2-hour sets. But yeah, they were making money. Is what I'm trying to make. They clearly were making money to be paying them that much, and of course they need to be making money to you know, have enough money to pay them and still have money for themselves. So yeah, I'm pretty sure some of these nightclubs were raking it in until of course they weren't. One nightclub we used to go to back in the day, Hammersmith Palais. I remember the name, bro. I remember the name, Hammersmith Palais. It was a favorite spot of ours because almost always somebody can get you in for free, right? And we go there a lot, and they were doing big at the time. Like, they were big. Like, they would have all these mad nights and like hired dancers and, you know, all kinds of madness and things like that. They were doing that, so they were big, right? They were clearly doing well, and then they could close down. So I don't know when exactly they closed down or what happened to cause them to close down, but clearly something happened, and they just weren't doing so well no more, and it closed down. I remember passing it by, and it's just empty. It's just an empty shell. You know, that nightclub where my late teen self, you know, it was one of the first nightclubs I went to, maybe even the very first nightclub I went to before I was even old enough to go to nightclubs. It was like that someone can get you in. Someone could get you in, and usually for free or heavily discounted. You know, a lot of memories of that place. Been there bare times back in the day. But yeah, they were big at one time, and then it shut down. So yeah, they were making money, not anymore. I just got 77% on 9 circles. First attempt of the day. Congratulations, bro. I can see it's completely dead now in my town. There's not one nightclub, but there used to be about 10 from back in the day. Oof, I wonder why all died. Friday and Saturday nights used to be popping back in the day. Yeah, there's still some in, I guess, in London. I mean, London's London, so there's always going to be a nightclub somewhere, but I guess it's more so these days for me. I don't necessarily know where a lot of them are. I'm not in that scene no more. I know some of them from taking people to nightclubs when I'm dropping them off or picking them up at doing my cab work. So I know some of them from that. But if I was to be like, oh yeah, let's go, nah, I wouldn't know where to go to. I'd be but yeah, man. Them days. But yeah, man, I used to love the nightclubs back in the day, and I mean, these days not so much. It's just not my thing no more. Hasn't been my thing for a long time. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to say I'm too old for nightclubs, because I don't really think that's exactly true. There's plenty of people older than me, way older than me, that go to nightclubs still, and you know, good for them. But yeah, I just don't feel right in those places anymore. Like the last time I went, it just felt awkward, felt a bit weird, and you know, especially because when you're young, going to nightclubs, you're a bit wild at that age, right? You know, you're a bit wild, you're a bit crazy because you're young and dumb, and it all kind of goes well with being in a nightclub at that age. But yeah, I feel mega out of place for a nightclub, I think, right? But yeah, once you start getting into your 30s, and especially like late 30s, you know, maybe early 30s, it's not so bad, but late 30s, I think, and onwards, it just starts to feel weird. And the last time I went to a nightclub, I think I was like maybe 40 or something like that. It was early 40s, I think. And only went because like some friends would go, and I was out with some friends. I actually just went out just to meet some friends, just to have a meal and chat a little bit. And I did that. But then some of them were like, "Oh, let's go to a nightclub." I was kind of like, "Ah, no, I'm good." I was like, "Yes, come." So I ended up going. One lady paid for me to get in, so I was like, all right, well, free entry. Ended up going with them, and you know, they're all. I think at the time they were about maybe in their 30s, or I think a lot of them were in their 30s and that kind of age. So they were all similar kind of age group. But yeah, I just remember being there and still just feeling a bit weird, feeling a bit odd, and it's just like, nah. I appreciate you paying for me to get in, but this clearly is not for me anymore. It's not for me anymore. Can't chat with girls no more, man. You're over 40, yeah, man. 44, bruh. Couple of months away from 45, inshallah, in July. You look mid-30s. You look younger than me. I appreciate you saying that, but nah, I'm sure I don't. Well, I guess I don't know what you look like, to be fair. No, you just can't see my grace too much because I cut my hair low. If I let my hair grow out, you'd see I've got grey hair. But I like the bald look, so I've actually been cutting my hair bald before I started going grey. So, but I know if I let it grow out, you'd see my grey hairs a lot more. Need to cut down the cigs. Well, that might help. That might help. Yeah. Oh. But yeah, man's gotta go, dude. Man's gotta get going. Man's gotta get his beauty sleep. But yeah, should be streaming again next week. Should be starting maybe about the same time, 8:30-ish, but I'll try and let you guys know a bit nearer to the time. And then yeah, try and post a video or two maybe during the week if I can. But yeah, it's at that time, man. Gotta start winding this down. Dude, appreciate you coming through. Appreciate you guys chatting with me. You guys have been awesome as always. I appreciate you and all that you do. Thank you for keeping me company. Thank you for keeping it lively. Keep missing the streams. I appreciate making this one. But yeah, till whenever, if ever. Where's the button? Here we go. Peace.